This is the Armson OEG. It's what's called an occluded eye gunsight. And you'll notice looking down it right now, you can see a red dot and nothing else. And that's for a very specific reason. This was, well, it saw its heyday in the late 60s and early 70s before the invention of red dots. So the idea was, well, we need to have a dot somehow projected on our target. How do we do that? Electronics wouldn't get small enough at that point to have a red dot that you could look through. So the way that this works is using kind of a weird part of our brain that allows it to work. So if you keep both eyes open, in your right eye, if you're right-handed, you'll see a big black nothing and then a little red dot in the middle. But you can try this. Put out your finger, and if you look at it, you can see two of your finger, one in your left eye and one in your right. The way it works is, whenever you aim, your right eye sees the dot, your left eye sees the target, and your brain puts those two images together so you see the dot on your target. So let's just take a couple shots with this. I've got it on my H&R Car 15 build, and it's just got the 22 CMMG conversion kit, so it's not going to be that impressive, but we'll try it. There we go. So, there's really not much else to say. I really like this thing. You know,
is it a fiber optic?
Well, it's a fiber optic in the front here. You've got a fiber optic little rod, and then this is plexiglass around it just for protection. And when you look in the back, you're just looking at the back of this fiber optic. That's pretty much all you got. So it's a pretty hardy design. You just have to work with, you know, that it's so different. This particular one, like I said, is an Armson. They made them, they were one of the original makers of it in the 60s and 70s, and they, believe it or not, actually still make them. And you can get them like this for a carry handle mount. I think they make one for the Mini Uzi. They make a claw mount for HKs. There might even be a Mini 14 one they make. And then they, you know, just have one that can go on a rail. I don't know why you do that in the modern day, but you can. Windage and elevation adjustments, pretty standard stuff. But there's two big drawbacks to this. The first one is, you know, say it's around nighttime and you're going in to aim. If there's no light to come into the fiber optic, when you look down, you just see nothing. You just see a black circle. So that's why this one has a built-in, you know, you can still use the iron sights under it, but if there's low light or no light, you're not going to be able to use it. The other bad thing is there's 10% or so of the population, I read, that can't superimpose the image from one of their eyes to the other eye. So if they were to look down this, they'd either see just the target or they'd see just black with a red dot. They don't have a way to put those two images together. So I don't know if there's a good way to test that, but it's probably something you should know before you spend the money on it, because they still make them today. They're only in stock once a year or something, and it costs $300. So maybe go try to find one to play with before you buy. Another interesting thing is, if you don't want to go and, you know, buy this, you can use like a red dot, just a normal aim point or whatever, and you can cover the front hood with a cover. And then you, in effect, have made an OEG. You can try it just with whatever you have. And you'll aim down, you'll see the cover, and then the red dot, open your other eye, and you can do the same thing. Of course, right when red dots came out, these pretty much went away overnight, because why would you have this when you could have something better? But I really quite like it because it goes with, you know, the whole retro look. And that's really all there is to say about it. It's a very simple little thing and it works. That's all we got for you.